chokehold. I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. First carry for Royce Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Blair Brown able to drop him for a loss of 4. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 38. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete to open things up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Bortles. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Bortles. And that's incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the former Utah man. This is Devontae Booker. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On On second down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Green 80. Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, it's Keenum. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A second down carry for Booker. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
Hey, 52. We're hot. We're good. Down.
Now Keenum to try again after the pick six. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Blair Brown in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Roger.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now Johnson, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To throw, it's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Lucy.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
There's Keenum now on second down. Now he's forced out left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Stand down.
Out of the gun, Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. Forced out to his left. And he's got Booker. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
To the air again, Keenum. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, it's Keenum. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now out come the Jags. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
380, 380. 11B, 11B. Hank. 372. 3
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, let's go. Trips left.
Bortles going to throw. It got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Bortles. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. 11B. Lucy.
Bortles to throw once more. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. as his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Keenum now to throw. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Keenum. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They set up the screen to Booker. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Freeman. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Keenum to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. Thomas has got it. Complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Keenum. And And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And McManus able to put it through. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo, and it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. And they start the second half with Johnson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Lucy. 11.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throw that.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Von Miller in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Lucy.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Does that happen to you before? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former Broncos scored a touchdown for him in the Super Bowl. Malik Jackson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Keenum to throw on second down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. On 1st and 10, Keenum escaping the pressure right. Here's Booker on the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There for the tackle, Blair Brown. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Flush to his right, and his throw is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Keenum. He goes underneath to Freeman. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. From the red zone now, Keenum. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Sunday.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, spread left. Spread left.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Move. Hank.
Shotgun now for Bortles. David Johnson here on the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Keenum. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Keenum on 3rd down. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things. hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Lucy.
Again, it's Johnson. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Green 80.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Lee. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Bortles, flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs, needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lambeau will put this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Keenum. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down throw. Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
He's back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This for the lead in the final stages. And McManus able to put it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal.
He's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Lucy.
Back to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down. Bortles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
Let's go. Hey, spread left.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmentalizing. What is the rule, coach? Always about 24-hour rule after a game, and then you move on. That's tough because that was a very makeable field goal. In fact, I think you and I were both just shocked that he didn't knock it through the post, and they end up walking off the field losers.
So for Denver, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, man? Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Look what your sweater is drill. Somebody give me a... These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a... In jail I have... I make you dead off the... Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top.